Peace Festival. We have been there for 18 years. I would like to extend now a very special welcome to our guest, Mayor Eisenberger, McMaster President Dr. Patrick Dean, new President. Also, I'd like to welcome our MC and Chelsea and Dr. Nibaldo, Center for Peace Study, Ashok Kumar, India-Canada Society President, and most importantly, all of you. This program is started by India-Canada Society 18 years ago. It is the best example of community partnership between university, community, and Hamilton City. This is an example, and I think that it is known, and we want to build that community partnership in future.
As you know, today is Gandhi's birthday. The 7 social sins. And these sins are the most perilous to humanity. Are wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, science without humanity, knowledge without character, politics without principle, commerce without morality, and worship without sacrifice. We were a small handful of people in Dundurn Park, and now look how we've grown and how many there are of us. And I think it's wonderful that so many of the same people are still here, and so many more new, younger people are here. So we really are very, very lucky to have the Gandhi Festival in Hamilton. And I thank you all for coming.
On behalf of India-Canada Society, I welcome you to this festival and thank you all for coming here. The India-Canada Society is a secular, not-for-profit organization devoted to upholding the rich social and cultural heritage of Indians of South Asian origin. The Society continually strives to remain engaged in issues of specific interest to the Indo-Canadian community. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. And when there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
We are all here this morning together to celebrate the 18th Gandhi's Peace Festival. By the time we leave this afternoon, we'll be more energized, more vibrant, more vital, more engaged, and more committed than ever to the belief, to the conviction that peace can be made possible. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day.
You know, I was really struck by the 7 principles that Joy put out here a little while ago, and I think it's worth repeating. That Gandhi said, wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, and each one of these takes some thought if you think it through. Science without humanity, knowledge without character, my favorite, politics without principle, commerce without morality, and worship without sacrifice. And I'm reminded of Martin Luther King, who, you know, many, many years ago, before he passed, said he was looking forward to the day when people were not judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. And you're all here thinking about how we can do better as a community in terms of a non-violent, peaceful community. So I just want to say on behalf of the City of Hamilton, thank you for being here. 18 years of reminding ourselves that there is the possibility of peace in our world, if we want it. If we all say that we want it, and we continue to say that we want it, and we work towards it, and we have benevolence and humility and warmth in our heart, we can make it happen if we continue to push the agenda along.
Well, it is a great honor to be here, I must say, today with all of you on this occasion. How lucky can you get? I was just sitting there as the other speakers were talking and thinking, well, I knew I was coming to a great city, and I knew I was coming to one of the top universities in the world, but I did not know I was coming to the peace capital of Canada, and I couldn't be more delighted. I do want to say as clearly as possible how much McMaster values its involvement with this festival, how key a part of the institution we think the Center of Peace Studies is, and how vitally we see our future mission tied up with the great humanitarian causes in the world, and of course peace is the ultimate of those. Individuals who make a great impact on the world. It prompts one to think a little bit about individuals and leadership. I mean, the number of great crusaders for peace in the world is actually relatively small, the high-profile ones. But here we have laid out in front of us a large number of other crusaders for peace. I think it stresses the importance and the huge potential of mobilizing individual people who are passionate about the cause of peace. The goal of institutions like McMaster is, in fact, not to avoid conflict. Conflict is everywhere. But it's to deal with conflict in the most humane, civilized, and constructive way. It's because of that I'm especially pleased to be here today. The work of peace is the work of the university, and I'm delighted to be here.
On this day of peace and in this gathering of peace, I greet all of you. May the peace and the blessing and the mercy of God be with you all. My creed of nonviolence, said Gandhi, is an extremely active force. It has no room for cowardice or even weakness. There is hope for a violent man to be someday nonviolent, but there is none for a coward. In whatever way that you believe in God, in whatever way that you believe in humanity, in whatever way that you express your values, I take it as a test of faith that you should want to be a positive influence in the lives of people around you. The world as it is not the world as it should be. We're not naive. We're not idealists that think that things are going to be perfect overnight. Personally, I don't think things will ever be perfect on this earth, because on this earth there will always be more that we need to change. We have to believe in truth. We have to believe in justice. And we have to have a real hope for peace, for all of creation, not just within my narrow window, within my narrow context.
This year, our awardee for Peace, Gandhi Peace Festival Community Service Award is none other than Christopher Cutler. Christopher. The award is Gandhi Peace Festival Community Service Award presented to Christopher Cutler for his dedicated service in promoting peace, non-violence, and social justice.
Well, I must say I'm tremendously honored and humbled to have the opportunity of being here today, and humbled by this recognition. But I accept it only on the condition that I share it with all these tremendous young people here today. Our struggle for peace will not be realized in the world until we first seek peace in our own heart and learn to live peace in our own lives. Thank you.
We have to not fear for standing up for our cause. So we cannot fear the rain. We have to keep marching through it, and we will do that. This next act is called On Interpretations of Peace, Voices from the Globe.
A lot of hardship is going on, so that's pretty much what this piece is about. Where I'm from, it's always sunny and we got a lot of money, but the continent is hungry cause there's little children running it. I would really like to have some change in the government, bringing powers to the little folk, and the little kids need models so they emulate. Help my fellow man, yeah, I promise I will demonstrate, so we all rise like smoke or an elevate. With my brother man, when you win, I will celebrate. Brothers getting physical, with militia warlords speaking from their corridors, telling all the rebels to be, cause it's warring us. They don't need to see saw. Every day's a horror, but y'all keep pushing to our limits. Better be ready when we hit it. Y'all be coming to our limits. You better be ready when we